Hi, everyone, and we're catching up with Garrett Wilson. He's one of the new veteran guys on the Phantoms this year. And you're coming down the turnpike, Garrett. I mean, we know you from Wilkes-Barre, and now here you are with the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. How's it going? How are things going for you?
Oh, things are great. Excited to be here. Definitely feel a little different at the start there, wearing the orange and black. But no, all the guys here are great, and I'm happy to be here.
Well, we had some real, pretty good goes there, and you're a guy that stands up for your teammates. You're doing that with the Phantoms now, but you had been doing that up to the Phantoms and against the Phantoms before.
Yeah. That's part of my role. I feel like I don't mind sticking up for teammates and playing that physical game. Yeah, I had some pretty good battles there with Lehigh back in there. I might have to go check the tapes to see what you were saying about me, but there's some good battles, and there's a good rivalry there. And this year, with only playing 3 different teams, there's going to be a lot of that. So, I'm ready for it.
Well, our Phantoms fans know what it means to have the courage to go up against a guy like Samuel Moran. You did that. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a big guy, but yeah, there was a little thing there, and now you were teammates, at least when he was here a little bit. Is it awkward when you're there with a teammate that you had a fight with before a few years ago?
No, like a little bit at the start, but everyone you end up playing with ends up being a good guy. The guys you play against that you hate the most, they end up being one of the better guys in the room when you get to play with each other. So, I know we have a little bit of history there. He hit me from behind there and it injured me there for a little bit my first year in Wilkes-Barre, and whatever. We figured it out on the ice, and no, it's all good there now.
And you're an alternate captain here with the Phantoms. You had a similar leadership role with Wilkes-Barre too. I know you were a captain not for too long though, because you were up to Pittsburgh after you wore the C there. But what does it mean to you, now with another different team, to have that letter on your jersey and to be looked at in that leadership type of role?
Yeah, it's an honor, and I don't take it lightly. We got a good leadership group with Cal and Spooner and Mules, and we just got to stick together and make it easier on everyone by coming together as a group. And it's a huge honor. Like you said, I was able to wear the C in Wilkes-Barre, and I didn't have to wear it for too long, as you said. I got called up and I wasn't back, so got a little taste of it. But the last few years I've been an assistant, at least with the club I've been with, and I like taking on the role. I like helping out the younger guys, leading by example in practice and in games, and just try to let my work ethic lead the way.
And there are even more younger guys this year, more so than ever, and even younger than ever with a kid like Wisdom, who's only 18. Do you look around this locker room and go, man, these are kids. How'd they get so young?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, definitely with having the junior guys here, it does make it feel a lot more younger. But it's a crazy league how fast you become an old guy when you're a young guy, and so I've learned a lot from the older guys that I got to play with when I was young, and I'm just going to do everything I can to help these guys, make it easier for them, and make the transition easier into pro hockey.
Scott Gordon, when I was talking about the leadership group, and I'm talking about Cal O'Reilly and some other things, but then he actually referenced you and said that you talk a lot, with whoever's your line mate, Tyson Forster, I think briefly before he was hurt, and that you're out there. I mean, it's one thing to lead by example, but there are a lot of questions and a lot of things that these kids need to know, and you're one that's talking out there on the ice and on the bench, and Scott Gordon really noticed that.
Yeah, I try to think a big part of the game is communication, and so when I'm out there, I'm trying to talk a lot, help each other out as much as I can, and definitely I feel like from being up in Pittsburgh and I had that fourth line role kind of thing, I found I need to bring energy to the bench, and coaches help that kind of stuff, and it helps keep guys energized. And so I try to talk as much as I can on the bench and just keep it positive, and just try to get some chatter going to help get the team some momentum and stuff like that.
What do you think of this season with Some places we don't have any fans when we go to Newark, and we have a few fans here at PPL Center and at Hershey, but not nearly as many as what we would normally have. This is unprecedented stuff, and yeah, I'm still not used to it. I don't know what it's like for you guys.
Yeah, it's a little different, but throughout my pro career, I've definitely played in a few places where sometimes you don't get the fans there some nights, whether it be a winter storm or stuff like that. So it's not totally different, but it's different. You got to try to bring your own energy. That helps, like what I was saying earlier about the talking and the chatter. It kind of helps get everyone into the game and stay in the zone. So it's definitely a little different this season, but especially playing only 3 different teams the whole year, it's going to be get pretty competitive down the stretch, I'm sure, as it usually does. And we just got to kind of bring our own energy and focus on the hockey and the systems that we've been taught. And once they drop the puck, it doesn't feel too different.
These Pennsylvania teams, I mean, we've seen the Devils some too, but when you talk Hershey and Wilkes-Barre and Lehigh Valley, these are some really good rivalries. We see them a ton during a normal season anyway, and now we'll see them maybe a little bit more this year. You get a little sick of seeing the same guys sometimes, but also that's what feeds into the animosity and the rivalry, and sometimes some pretty good games too.
Yeah. Anytime you play the same opponent a bunch of times, there's whether it be a hit from 2 games ago or something, everyone has a memory, and usually it sorts itself out. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be a challenge to make sure you're up for games and stuff like that. But it doesn't matter who we're playing. We got to be ready to go. We're professionals. We gotta come do our job, and that's part of the leadership group to make sure the young guys are ready to go and stuff like that. So we put it on our shoulders, and we got to make sure everyone's ready to rock.
Do you look around on occasion and think, geez, 10 years ago, I'm breaking in with the Cincinnati Cyclones and the ECHL and with San Antonio, and you've moved around to a few different teams. A lot of guys, when they're 10 years into the league, they've moved around to a few teams. You look around and go, how did this happen so fast? Now here I am at some 500 plus 600 games actually, right? You just played your 600th pro game, for crying out loud.
No, it's crazy how fast it flies by. Feels like just yesterday I was just coming into the league, and now you're looked upon as an older guy and the leader. So it definitely changes fast. I've had a blast. I don't take anything for granted. It's a awesome career to be able to play, and it's a dream growing up as a kid, and to play it out like this right now, it's awesome, and I just don't want it to end.
Well, when I see you out there with the energy you bring, and sometimes some of the physicality as well, you look like a guy who just loves to go out there on game day. I mean, that's what gets you going. That's what gets your motor going. It's a game day, and Garrett Wilson is here and ready to do it again.
Yeah, I try to bring a consistency to my game. Don't try to do too much. Just stick within my game plan there, and make sure I'm playing a physical, on my toes, in your face style game. That's what I found brings me success. And so I love playing, love getting out there, love the battle, the competition. It's just a lot of fun, and hopefully I can keep doing this for much longer.
Well, we hope so too. We love watching you as well. Garrett Wilson, continued success. Good luck this season. Welcome to Allentown and PPL Center on the other side of the Turnpike in the Northeast Extension. And thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks for having me.